Hello everyone, this is Kaisifon. Welcome back. And today we're going to be looking at some trees. Well, as you know, acacia or acacia, one of the most annoying trees in the game to farm. But hopefully with this thing, a single flick of a button just becomes that much easier to farm up. So let's quickly clean all this up and let's actually take a look at this farm. Alright, so that might not have been the best demonstration, but obviously this farm is not designed for acacia. It's designed for other logs. But as you can see, it does do a decent job with acacia, cherry, and potentially even jungle logs. But what exactly is happening here? So I'd like to clarify one thing. This is not exactly a farm or an automated farm. It's still quite manual. It just makes the whole process a lot easier. So the core idea behind this is the fact that moving blocks have zero blast resistance. And that's why we got this floor of pistons here. So each time you want to actually run the farm, you're going to have to go through, place some dirt here all over these pistons, and then grow up your saplings using some bone meal. Except once you've covered up this 5x5 area, you need to come up here to where the magic happens and actually clear out a small chute so that the TNT can actually drop down. Now, the way that the TNT dispenser has been designed is that the TNT explodes somewhere right around in the middle so that you get clear coverage of the wood at the top as well as the wood at the bottom. The height of the dispenser has been specifically set so that all the pistons can activate. If trees are any taller, this would not work. So what exactly is happening here? The button sets off this torch tower, which dispenses a TNT block that sits in between these walls and gets centered. This iron block gets extended, which just keeps the TNT there for a while. You've got a pulse extender down at the bottom that, after a bit of time, pulls back the iron block, allowing the TNT to fall. It's perfectly timed so that it blows up in the middle. We'll see that in action. And you've got the green line of circuitry that actually extends the pistons up, timing it perfectly. So as a proof of concept of the perfectly timedness of this, we're going to place some netherite blocks, just so you get an idea of how well okay. You can see the TNT goes up there, the iron block pulled out, blows up right in the middle, and because it's perfectly timed, even the netherite gets blown up. Alright, so a few important questions you might have. First up with the TNT efficiency. This produces about 100 pieces of wood per piece of TNT, so quite efficient. Secondly, can this farm spruce? It can farm single pieces of spruce. Do not try it for the 2x2 variants of spruce because those trees are way too tall. If you place it in a pattern that eliminates any chance of the 2x2 forming, this would work. And finally, for dark oak, yes, this works for dark oak, surprisingly, because dark oak trees are slightly shorter than the 12 blocks required. So you do get the effect of the TNT blowing out. So with that out of the way, let's get down to building. All right, so these are the resources you'll require to build this. We've got a bunch of redstone. Obviously, there are a lot of pistons, some target blocks for extending the signal, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll go through them as and when required. To actually run the farm, you'll obviously need your TNT, you'll need some dirt, you'll need saplings and bone meal. Um, you need a bunch of building blocks. You need 8 of any kind of item. Doesn't really matter as long as it's stackable. And stackable in stacks of 64. Some form of blast resistant block. Crying obsidian or normal obsidian both work. And any form of wall. Alright, so to start off, place your initial piece of crying obsidian. Go out 2 on either side. Scrying obsidian is sort of going to be your platform, and you desperately require a blast resistant block because there's some redstone that goes below it. As for the redstone, you want to go leave a gap, come over here, place a line of redstone, and then come back down an extra line, place another line of redstone here. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Finally, you want to connect up all these redstone to another 5 target blocks on either side. This is all the redstone that you require to get your pistons running. So you can just place your pistons on top of these. You want to place 2 more blocks. A block that's going to be the sort of collecting the edge of your collecting basin. And then from there, we're going to start off the actual TNT dispenser. So you want to place 3 blocks, break the block in the middle. Sorry, actually, don't break the block in the middle. There's a single piece of redstone dust there, torch there, button there, and a redstone repeater. This is going to go into a redstone torch tower. So up you go to 6 torches. And 6. So your final torch has to be turned off. After that, come out the 4 blocks. Place redstone on each of these blocks. Have a solitary observer into that solid block there. A sticky piston below it. Your dispenser, which will soon have your TNT over there. And another solid block there. You want to come out here and then place your 3 cobblestone walls, stone walls, which are going to keep the TNT center. Once again, if you just want to check, just make sure that this drop lands you right in the middle. Okay, now back here, we need a sticky piston to actually pull out this block, this sort of T flip-flop, which you can take a signal out from this line and connect it up. Place this on a 4-tick delay, and this part of the system should be good to go. Now back at the bottom, you need to fix a pulse extender to make sure the timing is perfect. So come off of this block, come down the block, place a single piece of redstone dust, and from here we're going to use this area to build a hopper pulse extender. So to keep going, come down, replace this with a comparator and a sticky piston right here. A redstone block over there. Hoppers running into each other. Come on the other side and basically repeat the same thing, except on this side. Except on this side, you want to use a normal piston. Put exactly 8 items into this. This will set off the clock and it will reset, ready for you to take an output out of this. Now for pulling back the piston, you want to take an output from this state of the pulse extender. Drag it back up. Place a line of redstone and finish it off with a repeater on 2 ticks. Now finally, the redstone to actually activate the pistons pushing upwards. Place a sticky piston there that will extend automatically, an observer pointing downwards into a solid block. Take a redstone signal out of that solid block, a redstone dust on top, go down another layer, and then just connect this up to your pistons. Over here, you want to place 3 repeaters on 4-tick delays, 1 repeater on a 2-tick delay, and a piece of redstone dust to power everything up. With that, you should be good to go and get exploring. If you're really unsure whether you've done the right thing, replace the floor with netherite. Set off the button and hope for the best. Well, looks like it works. An improvement you can make to the design is going to be to build this sort of collection chamber around this. This would just stop saplings from just being strewn over everywhere and makes it a lot easier for you to collect. And another thing is probably like a bubble elevator or a ladder so that you can get up here, because you do have to make sure that this entire central line is clear. If you do not clear it, the TNT will explode and it will be a bad time. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. This means guys, and I'm out. So ciao for now. Just see you in the next video.